Welcome everyone, Scurv X here, your host on the Scurv podcast. Today's title is, Why Do Calm People Scare Manipulators? Why losing your temper makes you easy to control. I also want to thank you before I start by saying I appreciate the feedback, I appreciate the comments, and especially the text messages. It helps me to learn a lot. I've learned so much from you, and I truly appreciate it, and it's very stimulating. Trust me. Every comment that you leave me, it gives me 10 or 15 other topics that I want to talk about in human nature. But let's get down to it. The hidden weakness inside anger. Most people think strength shows itself in reaction. They believe power is proven when your voice rises, when your face tightens, and when your anger fills the room like thunder. Society has trained us to believe that if someone disrespects you, you must respond immediately. If someone insults you, you must fire back. If someone challenges you, you must show them that you are not the one to play with. But that belief is one of the biggest illusions ever sold to human beings. The man who erupts in anger is not revealing power, he's revealing access. He is showing the world exactly where he can be reached. He's telling everyone in the room which button they can press to control his emotions, his thoughts, and eventually his behavior. Anger feels powerful because it is loud. It feels dominant because it's intense. But intensity is not the same thing as mastery. Fire is intense. Explosions are intense. Panic is intense. None of those forces are stable, controlled, or sovereign. They're simply chaos announcing itself. And that chaos is exactly what manipulators are looking for. The moment someone can disturb your breathing, disrupt your thinking, and hijack your emotional state, the exchange is already over. You may believe you're standing up for yourself. In reality, you're obeying the very disrespect that triggered you in the first place. Most people think anger begins when someone crosses a line. Someone says something rude, someone questions your ability, someone mocks your ambition or dismisses your work. On the surface, it feels simple. You react because you're disrespected. But the deeper truth is much more uncomfortable. The insult does not create the wound, it discovers it. When someone offends you and it hits deeply, it is usually because it collided with something unfinished inside of you. Maybe it touches a fear of being overlooked. Maybe it touches a fear of looking weak. Maybe it touches a deep need for validation from people who have done nothing to earn the right to judge you. That is why two people can hear the exact same insult and respond in completely different ways. One person becomes angry for the rest of the day. The other person barely notices and continues moving forward. The difference is not the insult. The difference is internal structure. People with a strong internal structure do not hand strangers the power to rearrange their emotional state. The most dangerous individuals in any room are rarely the loudest. They are the ones who cannot be recruited into emotional chaos. They do not rush to defend themselves every single time someone misunderstands them. They do not argue every accusation. They do not tremble when someone questions their worth. They remain still. And in a world addicted to reaction, stillness feels almost predatory. Everyone else is explaining themselves. Everyone else is arguing, correcting, venting, and proving something. But the emotionally disciplined person stands there untouched. That silence creates fear in people who are expecting a reaction. Because most humans want to impact more than they want truth. They want to feel that their words affected you. They want confirmation that they reached your nervous system and changed something inside of you. When they cannot get that confirmation, their performance begins to collapse. Here's a brutal truth that most people do not want to hear. The man who can be provoked on command can be controlled on command. Manipulators understand something very important about human psychology. If they can drag you into emotion, they can drag you out of strategy. When anger takes over, your awareness shrinks, your focus narrows, your long-term thinking disappears. Instead of thinking about your goals, your reputation, and the bigger picture, your entire mind becomes obsessed with winning the moment, delivering the comeback, defending your pride, proving you are right. But while you're busy reacting emotionally, the other person has already moved the battlefield into a place where clarity disappears. That battlefield is chaos, and chaos is where manipulators thrive. True strength begins the moment you understand something that can change your entire life. Not every insult deserves a response. Not every challenge deserves your energy. Not every fool deserves access to your mind. The need to respond to everyone is not confidence. It is dependence disguised as strength. It reveals that part of your identity is still waiting for public approval before it can feel settled. Emotionally immune people understand something that most people never learn. Provocation is rarely about truth. It's about access. People provoke you to see if they can move your emotions. They test your calm to see whether it is real or just a performance. The moment you explode, defend yourself desperately, or lose your composure, you answer their question for them. Imagine a manipulator approaching you expecting an argument. They have already prepared the next 5 steps of the conversation in their mind. If you say this, they will say that. If you deny this, they will accelerate that. The entire exchange is designed to drag you deeper into emotional engagement. But then something strange happens. You remain calm. Not fake calm, not forced politeness, genuine calm. Your breathing stays steady. Your voice stays level. Your posture does not change. Suddenly, the manipulator is standing inside a conversation that does not behave the way they planned. Their words hit nothing at all. And that creates something extremely uncomfortable for them: uncertainty. Humans are deeply unsettled by emotional neutrality because it gives them no information about their impact. Without feedback, they begin to expose themselves. They escalate their tone. They repeat their insult. They become louder and more dramatic. And the more they escalate while you remain composed, the more ridiculous they look to everyone watching. You did not defeat them with aggression. You defeated them by refusing to play the game. The moment you change the way you see provocation, everything shifts. Instead of asking, "How dare they say that to me?" you begin asking a different question. What does this behavior reveal about them? A person who constantly belittles others is revealing insecurity. A person who constantly provokes conflict is revealing inner instability. A person who tries to embarrass you publicly is revealing a desperate need for attention. Their attacks stop looking like threats. They start looking like confessions. That shift alone can remove enormous emotional turbulence from your life. Because when you observe people clearly, their attempts to provoke you begin to look mechanical, predictable, almost childish. And that is when something powerful happens. The world loses its grip on your nervous system. Your calm becomes armor. Your silence becomes leverage, and your attention becomes too valuable to waste on chaos. Emotional immunity is not about becoming cold or heartless. It's about becoming sovereign over your own mind. It means understanding that your peace is not something strangers get to borrow whenever they feel like disturbing it. You decide what deserves your energy. You decide what deserves your thoughts. You decide what deserves your emotions. Everything else stays outside the gate. Because you truly understand this truth, something inside you changes forever. You stop reacting. And the moment you stop reacting, you feel untouchable. Thank you for listening. Let me know what you think about these words. Always go to landscurvx.com and sign up with your email address to get all of this content directly into your inbox when the shadow banning begins. I look forward to hearing from you. On to the next one. Peace.